Welcome to the final episode of 2023, where we break down the top 10 episodes of 2023. It has been a wild year. A lot of firsts, a lot of crazy things that broke into the headlines. Let's get right into it. Let's break down one of the funnest years ever.
This is Don't Fear Grit with Rob Taormina. Marketing strategies and advertising technologies to help you build a better business.
Wow, what a wild year, right? So 2023, we had a lot of things steal the headlines. Everything from the Chinese spy balloons that went across America, that was wild. How about Taylor Swift taking over the NFL? And at one point, the NFL even changing their Twitter where it said Taylor's version of the NFL. Pretty wild stuff. And then, of course, all those predictions that we made in 2022 with regards to AI absolutely happened because it is the gold rush of generative AI, where every single company is clamoring for attention to put out the latest and greatest and to say, use my sort of AI tech. And a lot of people are saying that it is at the great risk of movies like The Terminator to come true, where robots take over the world, where I don't know that that's happening anytime soon. I totally understand, though, the fear, but the conspiracy theorists are definitely having a ball with that. Regardless of all the conspiracy theories, AI has been an amazing thing, and I'm sure all of you have tinkered with it just a little bit, if not just for the fun little app where you get to animate yourself or some really robust piece of technology that you're implementing into your business. AI is here to stay, and it is revolutionizing everything that we do. On the topic of some of the top headlines of 2023 is our annual episode, my favorite episode of the year, where we get to break down the top 10 episodes of 2023. And there have been some really good ones. Without wasting any time, let's get right into it. Number 10, let's remember, this is the top 10. We're going to be working our way backwards. So number 10 on the list was an episode. Let's see, when was this episode? This was episode 5 of season 4. And the title of it was Shocking Truth About Following Your Passions. You have been lied to. Really cool thing about this episode, one thing to point out, is that this one gained a lot of attraction in the video format of the show on places like YouTube, and people really attached themselves to it. And we had no one in the middle pretty much as far as the argument is concerned, but we had like extremes on either side of this particular coin, people arguing for it, people arguing against it passionately. But the premise of it is that this thing that we are preached to, you see a lot of these internet gurus saying it's all about passion, follow your passion, quit your job if you're not passionate about it, follow your passion, is actually incredibly irresponsible, and they are lying to you because they're benefiting financially from you following that alleged sort of passion. Anyway, there's a lot more to it. Passion, it could be a component. I highly recommend checking that episode. That was a lot of fun to do because it's something that I'm actually passionate about, that particular topic. We had a lot of fun with it. And, but again, like the video version of it, like that's a thing that really gained some virality and people had some fun sort of watching and listening to that show. But that was number 10 on our list. And that was actually episode 5 of season 4. Number 9 on our list was titled 4 Psychological Tricks to Get People to Respect You Immediately. Now, this was the second episode. We had a lot of big hitters early on in the year. Episode 2 of season 4, when this one in particular dropped. And this one contained a lot of really good nuggets. Whether it be if you're someone who would like to really sort of like get some advantage when you're walking into a networking event or into a party, or you're going into an interview, are there things that you can do differently to be able to attract attention? Like that person that we all know, that's able to sort of hold court with people, all right? Are they doing something to be able to successfully do this? The answer is yes. And we break down the 4 tricks to allow you to become that person that everyone wants to talk to. That was a really fun episode. Number 8 on our list I'm sorry, this was building a brand online, how to monetize your success. Simple topic, pretty common topic, and obviously it has to do with money, so people love it, and that's why it definitely got into our top 10 here. But this is definitely we broke down some suggestions on how you can monetize your success, how you can monetize your brand online. Outside of the obvious revenue opportunities with your business, are there other opportunities? Or is there money that you're leaving on the table? And we give you guys some advice here and some suggestions on things you could do to monetize your success. Next on this list right here, of course, now we're into the AI sort of episodes that we're talking about Google Bard. This was episode 9 of this past season, and where we talked specifically though about how all of these people were playing catch up to ChatGPT and felt the pressure to quickly and irresponsibly release AI stuff because they wanted to take number one, advantage of the attention AI was getting, but they didn't want like ChatGPT to grab all of the market share. So a lot of these companies just pushed out their stuff without really properly going through the right channels to make sure it's ready. And we saw a massive mistake where there was a $120 billion mistake that Google made, and it failed to really answer the ChatGPT call. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it made a lot of errors, and it was live. Like they did this live demonstration of Google Bard, and it gave wrong answers, and so it proved itself to be an unreliable AI source. So that was definitely a very, very interesting one. Next on our list, this was episode 7 of this past season, and this has to do with the title of it was Maximize Your Social Media Exposure: The Secrets Posting Strategy. Now, if you are a client of mine or you've ever participated in any of my online academy programs, I got a bunch of, if that was loud, sorry about that. I just kicked the table. But I do have a bunch of online courses, and in one of the courses, I actually developed a formula that I've evolved over the years to accommodate all the changes algorithmically and introduction to new platforms and whatnot. But I sort of have broken the algorithm, and there is a posting strategy that literally anyone can implement. So I cover some of the some of the strategies in that particular course in this particular episode. So if you would love to pay for it, you're welcome to launchlearn.info. But in this particular episode, you can get some of it for free. If you're interested in learning the secrets to gaining exposure, increasing engagement, regardless of the amount of followers that you have, check out that episode. It's called Maximizing Your Social Media Exposure: The Secret Posting Strategy. Okay, now we are breaking into the top 5 here. Next on our list, this was a little bit deeper into this season. This one was called Unlocking the Life-Changing Benefits of Coaching Youth Sports. I did a few episodes with regards to coaching and youth sports and the benefits. This was one of them, and people really ate this one up. And this was the again, literally life-changing benefits of coaching. So if you're ever in a position where you have an opportunity to maybe coach, I can't encourage you enough. It is amazing the things that you get out of it. If you'd like to learn what are those benefits that you get from coaching youth sports, check out this episode entitled Unlocking the Life-Changing Benefits of Coaching Youth Sports in this past season. It was a really, really good one. Into the top 4 now episodes of 2023. This actually was the first episode of 2023, and it's amazing that the very first episode is one of the top 4 episodes of the entire year. But understandably, it was a really, really good topic, and we had a really, really good time with this one. And this was 5 goal-setting strategies to help you actually achieve your goal in 2023. Think about it. How many times have you set a New Year's resolution and actually completed it? I mean, the joke about New Year's resolutions is that everyone sort of fails to achieve the goal, right? So what we do is we break down why that happens, why a lot of people fall short, and what you need to do in order to prevent that from happening and actually achieve the goal that you're setting out to do. So listen, the fact that we're now not too far off from New Year's. I know a lot of you guys are going to be setting some New Year's resolutions. This actually would be a great episode for you. This one is timeless. This is evergreen. This will live on forever, what we had discussed. So check it out. 5 goal setting strategies to help you actually achieve your goal for the next year. And this was the episode 1 of season 4. Pretty cool. All right, drum roll. We're into the top 3. We're into the top 3 right here. Number 3, this was in the heart of this amazing series. We did a series this year. This was the 7 steps to creating a successful marketing plan. And what I did was I unveiled the internal marketing steps that my agency has, Talk IQ Media, that we apply to brand new big projects. Anytime we have a new client come on board, or we've got an existing client that approaches us with a brand new product or service that they want to bring to the market, we implement these 7 steps. And what I did is I broke these 7 steps into 7 different episodes, and a few of them got into our top 10. This is one of them. This was step number 6. Mastering the hunter-gatherer approach, strategic marketing plan, and feedback loop. Now, yes, I want you to check this one out because it's part of our top 10, but what I would strongly recommend, go start at step 1 and go through step 7. It's 7 episodes, 7 steps. Can each of them live on their own? 100%, but you'll get more out of it if you listen to the entire series. It's just a 7-episode series, and it's flippin' awesome. You would absolutely love it. Number 2, all right, we are in the top 2 episodes of 2023. Ready, guys? I don't know if you guys maybe have already have your guesses, what you thought, because you've been like a loyal listener. You're like, oh, I know exactly what the top 2 are. Or you're like, I know exactly what the number 1 episode is because this was amazing. You saw it all over the place. You listened to it. You shared it with family and friends, right? Well, here you go. The suspense is finally over. We're going to reveal now the top 2 episodes for Don't Fear Grit 2023. Number 2 was one of the 7 steps. It was step number 3 of creating a successful marketing plan. This particular one was defining your niche. How to define your niche, why do you define your niche, and everything in between. This particular one, people just loved this episode. And there was actually a pretty big jump from number 3 on this list to number 2. And so this episode was obviously rock solid. People love this one. I didn't know that of even the 7 steps, that this would be one that people would just go crazy over, but this is the one where people got so much value and they shared it like crazy and it was all over the place. But this is step number 3. It was our 7 steps of how to create a successful marketing plan. All right, guys. Number 1, and I guarantee you all the loyal listeners that listen to the show or watch the show, wherever you guys watch it, you probably already know what number 1 was, because we actually talked about it before, because this one just broke records for us, this particular episode. The number 1 episode of 2023 was Leadership Lessons from Youth Sports. Discover the valuable skills learned by young athletes. And we broke this one down, and this really comes at a time where I'm so invested, right? As you guys probably know, right, I've got triplets. My triplets just turned 13. They've been going through the journey of playing various youth sports. I'm on the board of one of the youth organizations they're a part of. I coach many teams. I'm very, very involved. So I really have my hand on the pulse of what's going on in that particular community. So I can see firsthand and thus talk firsthand of what the benefits really are. What are these leadership lessons that not just coaches can develop and benefit from, but what are the leadership lessons that kids develop? The leadership skills rather that kids can develop. What are the leadership lessons that they learn, right? And this was amazing. And we really saw this one go all over the place. We saw youth organizations sharing this with their communities, parents loving this and sharing it and with their kids. I got some really great feedback from young athletes. I think for me, that was one of the best rewards is to see these young athletes come through, have maybe their parents or something share it with them, and it sort of struck something, and they were like, oh, this really hit home, and they enough to the point where they reached out to me and wanted to sort of share their personal experiences. This was awesome. If you are a young parent with kids in youth sports, check out this episode. If you've been in youth sports and want to be able to sort of reminisce a little bit as I tell some stories, check out this episode. If you've got the ear of anyone in leadership in any type of youth sports, do me a favor. Share this episode with them. They're going to get so much out of it. This was by far the number one episode of 2023, and this was episode 12 of this past season, Leadership Lessons from Youth Sports. Discover the valuable skills learned by young athletes. Well, there you have it, our top 10 episodes of 2023, a wild year of headlines galore. And this is where Don't Fear Crit sort of like fit into the mix of all that stuff. I hope you guys had a phenomenal year. I'm looking forward to the next year as we improve upon all the things that we discovered and were able to achieve in 2023, because as good as it was, it's not as good as it gets. It's going to be even better. Can't wait for 2024, guys. Until next time, remember, don't fear the process and don't fear grit. We'll see you in 2024.